So at the start of the movie, we see Deadpool. He was sitting sadly in his apartment. He sets his apartment on fire because he doesn't want to live anymore. He was committing suicide. Then the scene of the past is shown. That why Deadpool wanted to commit suicide? We are shown a fighting scene in which Deadpool was fighting with some enemies. They were the bad men. But one of the men runs from there. Deadpool says that I will see him later. At first, I want to meet Vanessa. Because it's been 2 years that they were living together. And he has to wish her. When Deadpool reaches home, that man arrives there who runs during the fight. Here he kills Vanessa. Deadpool becomes sad after seeing this. He goes to that man and crushed him under the truck and kills him. Then he again returns to Vanessa. He says, "You were killed because of me, and I will take your revenge. No doubt, I had killed that last man. But I want to finish them all. The people who were bad for him. The people who take others' life without reason. Without any reason, and he misses Vanessa. He tries to commit suicide in many ways. Sometimes he jumps from the building. Sometimes rods stab in him, and sometimes he set himself on fire. But nothing happened to him because he was immortal, and he gets irritated from this thing. Now we come to the present when he sets his apartment on fire. Here because the fire is spread in the apartment, so there was a huge explosion. Then he sees Vanessa's vision. That you are doing wrong. This is not your work. With it, Deadpool's body divides into pieces. After some time, Steel Man arrives there. He picks up his body parts, puts them in a sack, and takes them with him. Then he joins them. When the body of Deadpool heals, he becomes fine. Now he was sitting on a couch sadly. The Steel Man comes to him then. He says that what are you doing? You are so powerful and huge, and this is your family. You will live here with us. There were 2 more girls in that house. A teenager who has short hair and a girl with pink hair. From here the scene shifts on the other side. There we see a huge man. There was something like a laser in his one eye. He has a watch in his hand. When he moves that watch, he reaches a place. The 2 men standing there, he asks them, which year is this? In which year am I? But before they answer him, he killed them and goes from there while taking their car. The scene again shifts there where they 4 were living. This means Deadpool, the Steel Man, that teenager, and the pink hair girl. They were calling their team the X-Men team. The teenager was saying to the Steelman that you trust Deadpool. I don't feel that Deadpool is consistent. Because he can't decide anything properly. Sometimes he tries to commit suicide and sometimes he becomes emotional. Deadpool immediately says that don't get worried, I will make myself fine. During the days I spent in this house, I learned many things. And we will be a nice X-Men team. Hearing it, they all become happy. The Steel Man appreciates him and says that I am glad that I brought you here. Now the scene changes to a mutant school. There were some kids who have many abilities. The abilities humans don't have. Those kids were mutants. Now the principal of the school is wearing glasses. He was saying to the kids that I know that you have the abilities. But you will not show them in front of the world. And you have to control your abilities. The principal calls a healthy kid in front on the stage. He starts torturing him in front of all kids. He says to the kids that if you will not control your abilities, then the same will happen to you. So that you will learn how to control. Don't know what kind of school it was. Then we see that house where they 4 means the X-Men team was living. The Steel Man comes to the Deadpool and says to him that there is a problem and we have to go to that place. Now the problem was at the outside area of that mutant school. That healthy kid being tortured gets irritated. Coming outside, he has damaged 2 police cars. He has the ability to throw the fire from his hands. The X-Men team also reaches there. They try to stop that kid calmly. But that kid attacks Deadpool and others. After it, the police have put a device on his neck. At that time Wade means Deadpool notices that there is a mark on his neck. This kid didn't become aggressive without any reason. There would be something wrong to happen to him. Deadpool also attacks the other staff of the school. Due to it, the police also put that device in his neck also. In fact, it was the device that can control the super abilities of anyone. The one who has that device in his neck can't use his superpowers accurately. The big thing is that the device can't put off itself. That healthy kid and Deadpool were both taken to the mutant cell together. Many other people were also there. They also make them wear the suit. Like criminals. Suddenly Wade means Deadpool feels pain. Because when he had his abilities he couldn't feel his disease of cancer. Now there is the device in his neck and he doesn't have his abilities. He was feeling the pain. Because his cancer was developing. Then that healthy kid says that it is our mistake that we don't take a step for ourselves. I have taken a step. But the police ruined everything there. They don't know that the principal of that school is a bad man. He beats me and tortured me. As I will come out of this cell I will kill him. After it, they start eating. Meanwhile, that weird man comes there who is asking about the year from the people. Something is shining in his eye. He points out at that healthy kid. That I want this kid. Deadpool says that I will not let you touch this kid. With it, they start fighting. While fighting, Deadpool fell down from the grill. And thank God that device removes from his neck. His abilities were coming back. They again fight. Wade asks that man that what's your problem? Why you want that kid? That man tells his name Cable. He says that first, you tell me that you don't know that kid, even then you're saving him. Wade says that because that kid thinks that I will save him and I don't want to break his hope. Then Wade sees that there is a bomb in Cable's pocket. He explodes that bomb in the building. Wade and Cable both fall outside. Wade was faint outside, then he sees Vanessa in his dream. She gives him courage and says that these things will make you powerful. Then Wade comes into his senses. Wade goes to that bar and says to his friend that I want to save a kid. His bar friend says that okay, we can save him while making a team. That taxi driver was also there. Now again we see that healthy kid. He was still in that mutant cell. There he becomes the friend of a huge and dangerous mutant. On the other side, Wade makes a team of 6 members. There were 5 boys and a girl in it. They all have different abilities. The girl has the ability to trap anyone while talking. A man was there who can control the electricity. A man has the ability to throw acid from his mouth. A man has the ability to disappear. This means invisible. A man wasn't of this world and hasn't the abilities of this world. A man with a mustache has no abilities. He was kept just for formality. On the other side, we see Cable. He kidnaps the bar friend of Wade. He asks him that tell me where is that mutant kid? And what does Wade wants? Then the bar friend of Wade gets scared. He tells him everything, even about the plans of Wade. Now Wade gets the news that they are shifting that mutant kid to another cell. So he has a good chance to save that kid. He flies with his whole team with parachutes and starts following those police cars. In which there was that mutant kid. There was just one girl from that team. The girl with curly hair. She sits inside the police's car. Others also want to go inside that car. But before them, Cable goes inside it and starts fighting with that curly hair girl. Meanwhile, Deadpool also arrives there. He saves his companion. During this, that mutant kid has opened his glass chamber. With it, he also saves that mutant. The mutant who was a giant, and he becomes his friend. When that mutant kid sees Deadpool, he says that when it was time to rescue me, you run from there. Now you are here, now he is my good friend, he points out at that giant mutant. After it, that giant mutant divides Deadpool's body into 2 parts. Then that kid leaves while taking that giant mutant with him. After it, the girl with the curly hair comes and she tasks the divided parts of Deadpool with her and leaves from there. Now Wade was taken to the home. That old lady was also there, and here Wade is looking funny because his legs were regrowing like a baby. He was waiting that when his legs will recover and when he will go to save that kid. Meanwhile, Cable arrives there. He talks to him calmly. He says that let me tell you my all concerns. That why I don't want to save that kid and your thinking is also wrong. That still you are thinking that you want to save that kid. If I will tell you that why I don't want to save that kid. So listen, I have come from the future. I have a small daughter and a wife, and this kid will be a murderer and will kill my family. Still, he is going to kill that school's principal. Don't you think that after it he will be habitual of doing murders? I know that what he will do after growing up. But no, there is a problem why I come here for your help. Because at first he was alone and I can hold him. But now there is a giant mutant with him and I need you. Because you can defeat him. I agree that you are very strong. So Deadpool says that okay, I will come with you, but promise me that going there you will not kill him. You will make him understand with love. Maybe he will understand. There is a deal among them. They leave from there and Wade stops at X1 house. There was that steel man. He calls him, but he says that your problems will not be finished, I will not come. There was that girl with curly hair with Deadpool and Cable. But when they arrive, that kid and that giant mutant and that kid have gone inside that school. Going inside, that kid was about to kill the principal. That giant mutant was competing with others outside. But Wade, Cable, and that curly hair girl couldn't defeat that giant mutant. Meanwhile, the steel man arrives there, means he was a good-hearted man. He wants to do help, but he has more self-respect. That is a good thing. Coming there, he starts fighting with that giant mutant, and that girl with the curly hair goes inside the school to stop that kid. After going inside, she takes all kids out from there. Now Cable and Deadpool come to that kid. The teenager also comes outside with the steel man and they both killed that giant mutant. The kid was about to kill the principal. Seeing it, Cable was about to kill that kid. But Deadpool stops him and says that you said that we will give him a chance to understand. We will give him a chance. Now Deadpool starts making him understand that see if you are killing the principal that he tortured you. After killing him you will also become a murderer and none will like you. Then what will be the difference between you and him? With it, he moves forward to that kid and says that I always wanted to save you. That's why I come here. But that kid doesn't believe in Deadpool. He throws fire and pushes him hard. Due to it, he falls at a far distance, but when Deadpool falls he feels bad. He wears that device again on his neck. He says to that healthy kid that okay, you don't believe me, so I will wear this device on my neck. And if you doubt that I will harm you, so I have worn this device. Now my all abilities are finished. Now I can die, so you kill me. With it, Cable was about to shoot that kid. And he shoots the bullet. But then Deadpool comes in between and the bullet shoots at him. Here that healthy kid immediately comes to Wade while running. He says sorry to him. But it was too late. Now because Wade means Deadpool has the device in his neck, so his body parts can't heal. With it, he dies. Before dying, he says to everyone that if I ever made a mistake, so forgive me. I have spent a good time with you. After dying, he reaches for Vanessa. Vanessa hugs him and says that you come early, the world needs you still. Go back to the X-Men team, and their Cable was also feeling sad. That what had he done? He starts moving his watch. Due to it, the time reverse. This was the last chance he had which he spared to meet his wife and daughter. He comes there where the bullet was about to shoot at Deadpool. The bullet shoots at him where there was a coin in his pocket. Luckily, he was saved. Now Deadpool says to Cable that why you waste your last chance for me. Then Cable says that I helped you as you helped me. You stopped this kid from murder. This means he will not murder my daughter and my wife in the future. My family is safe now. I will wait here for some time. Then I will go back to my family. They all start going from there. Meanwhile, the school's principal arrives and curses them, as well as blackmailing them. That I will kill you. Meanwhile, the taxi driver arrives there. He says that you will kill us, and with it, he drives his taxi on him. He says that, see, I killed you. Now, at the end of the film, we see that the teenager and the pink-haired girl have fixed Cable's watch. Later, Wade also uses it to meet Vanessa. With it, this movie ends here. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe Movie Hub for more such content.